Now that is a familiar and, for Eagles fans, welcoming sight. U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. For most Eagles fans, it's the place that reminds them of their first Super Bowl parade. Today, it's the scene for a clash between the Eagles and Vikings. This is Eagles Gameday Kickoff.
The takeaway from this game is, so what, now what?
Since a giant defeat, your birds have been hard at work aiming to get things right. But the pain of two straight defeats still stings.
Losing sucks. I think we also got to get back into that attitude, to that mindset. Not really giving what people are trying to do.
The Birds get a chance to show that mindset today in Minnesota. And Saquon Barkley joins our John Clark for an exclusive conversation about the state of the Birds and a huge event he's bringing to Philly.
It's surreal still. It's probably the coolest part about playing in the NFL.
Plus, Ross Tucker tells us why he'll have his eyes focused on Saquon today. And Saquon was the center of attention at the annual Devonta Smith Celebrity Softball Classic. We're taking you inside a great day for the Birds wideout. And
let's go! I missed this.
You're not going to want to miss Jason Kelce, seeing if he still has what it takes to complete an NFL workout. Eagles Gameday Kickoff is full of surprises, and it starts right now. Eagles Gameday Kickoff is presented by First Trust Bank, the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hello and welcome to Eagles Gameday Kickoff. I'm Amy Fadul here in our NBC 10 studios. The Eagles are coming off a mini bye. The Vikings are coming off a full bye and playing their first game in the States in a month after a pair of international games. The Eagles, well, they're looking for their first win since hanging on against Tampa Bay. It's another NFC showdown today. Let's get all the headlines. Here's this morning's locker room report.
Hey, baby. Here we go, boys. Dog mentality. 1, 2, 3, go.
Carson Wentz will start the football game.
And with that, Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell made it official. Former Eagles second overall pick Carson Wentz will make his second start against his former team. It's been nearly a decade since the Birds selected him. Carson admits plenty has changed.
It was quite the roller coaster over there, winning the Super Bowl, even though I was hurt, right here in this stadium. I'm thankful for so many things. I grew up as a man. I got married, had a kid while I was there. So there's so many life changes that took place there. So grateful for my time there. Obviously, it came to an end rather abruptly, all the things. Everybody knows all that. But grateful for all the opportunities I had while I was there.
Carson was here when the Birds selected Jalen Hurts. Jalen has fond memories of the year he spent with Carson.
I enjoyed my time with Carson. I learned a lot from him. Was always a pure student and taking everything in throughout my experience with him.
The Birds got healthier during the mini-bye on the injury front. Quinyon Mitchell is back, which is huge, facing Justin Jefferson and the talented Vikings offense. Landon Dickerson fully participated in Friday's practice, and Jalen Carter told reporters this week he's set to go.
I feel good. I'm going to play this week.
Zadarius Smith's decision to retire leaves the defensive end spot a little light. Might the Birds use Jihad Campbell more as an edge rusher today to pressure Wentz?
It's possible. You know, he's been getting edge snaps, in certain ways we align.
If that happens, look for more of Nakobe Dean back at the linebacker spot.
If they wanted me to play every snap, I want to play every snap. But like I said, I control.
After two straight defeats, the Birds say their confidence remains high.
What you think? Sound normal, huh?
Kind of,
Yeah, normal, exactly. So, we're not letting a loss just humble us.
We got to stop talking about it and stop saying we're one play away and this and that third, and just going out there and executing. And we did have a great week of practice. Now we just got to go put it all together on Sunday.
For Eagles Gameday Kickoff, Tim Furlong, NBC 10.
Nick Sirianni hasn't lost 2 games in a row since 2023. That was part of a slump to end the season that ultimately, of course, ended with a playoff loss. But Nick says he's thankful for that experience and thankful for last year's slow start because it helped him and his team overcome adversity. With more on how the Birds are handling things, our Eagles game plan crew is standing by at the NovaCare complex.
Hey everybody, welcome to Eagles Game Plan presented by Toyota. I'm John Clark along with the greats, Mike Quick and Ike Grace. And get this, Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are 8-0 against the NFC North since Nick took over as Eagles coach. That is the best record for any team in the NFL against another division.
It's a good dig there, Clark.
Positivity.
That's good.
Going into Minnesota.
I'm impressed. 8 games since Nick has taken over against the NFC
and
North.
Playoffs, which, means
includes the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty good nugget.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about the communication over the mini bye week? And then that is one thing, but also just coming off of a mini bye week, getting that extra time. Yeah. How much do you think that'll help this team physically?
I think the most important thing is the physical part. You get 9 days instead of the 6 days that you normally get between games. And being healthy at this point in the season is so important. It's hard to get completely healthy, but just having those extra days, feeling better, like rejuvenating that battery a little bit, I think that's big. And I think you'll get out there and you play a little bit faster, you play a little bit harder because you're not as sore, you're not as stiff.
And that's primarily for the players. So I certainly agree with Q on the physical aspect of it, getting healthy, but also think it's huge for the coaches, self-evaluation time.
Yeah, sure.
You rarely get this opportunity until the bye week comes. This is the mini bye week, 6 games in. It gives them a chance to look at some things, reevaluate what they want to do moving forward, take some things out that they thought may have worked going into the season, hasn't been necessarily successful. And you can also take time to incorporate some things that you didn't necessarily see coming into the season. So this, in my opinion, is very critical and beneficial to the coaching staff, that they can get a chance to sort of reevaluate some things and add some new wrinkles to this team moving forward.
And Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo said they had a good meeting with the offense, everybody coming together and talking. So if you're Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo, what would you concentrate on improving with this offense to get it going?
Well, it's got to be consistency, right? You want to try to have, we talk about playing complementary football, and sometimes that can be offense with the defense playing complementary football, or it can be your run game and your passing game complementing each other. So I would imagine that's one of the things they certainly want to focus on.
Yeah, consistency is certainly the key, but when you come out of these bye weeks or mini bye weeks, you want to focus on 1 or 2 things and really hone in on those things. And I think in the running game, they have to spend a lot more time in the running game, making sure that the blocking schemes are exactly what you want, and you're getting the running game going, because once you do that, then everything else will start to work. But I think you come out of these situations with just 1 or 2 things that you really concentrate on. And for me, it would be the run game.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Saquon Barkley, over these last 2 weeks, he's had 18 carries, but he's averaging 5 yards a carry, basically. So you're seeing spurts of the running game getting going. How do you get that consistency with the running game?
Well, I think Ike mentioned it. When you start to win on early downs, that's going to be a big key. If you look at the situational football where this team has been really good, one area where they've not been so good is on first downs. Those early downs, you have to stay ahead of the sticks, as Ike said. If you are able to get 4 yards on first down, 5 yards on first down, second down, then you're ahead of the sticks. Then it makes it easier on third downs where they haven't been really good, but it's an area where you're going to be better if you're good on first and second down.
Yeah, and Saquon Barkley, after the loss Thursday night, he was talking about that narrative that the offense has become predictable. And he said, you know what? We were predictable last year. They knew we were going to run the ball. They couldn't stop us. And he says, we should do what we do. It doesn't matter what the defense is doing. Do you think that they're going to take that approach in Minnesota?
I think we're all going to be interested in seeing how this looks coming off this mini bye week. But here's the thing that I will say. You're great at the fundamentals of the game, run blocking, pass blocking, things of that nature. It doesn't matter if the defense does know what's about to happen. We have the talent disadvantage on this side of the ball that it won't matter. And that's what we got to get back to doing. You can know what's coming, but if we're doing our work the way it's coached to us, then you're not going to be able to stop it. And that's what Saquon is pretty much saying.
Yeah, Jordan Mailata said we have the numbers to block it up. They've had some injuries on the offensive line, but it's execution. Now, about Vic Fangio, obviously he's done a lot of self-scouting, and it's kind of a similar thing, consistency with the defense. They've had some injuries on defense, but what do you think the plan will be from Vic Fangio going forward here, coming out of that self-scouting mini bye week?
Defensive guy.
Here we go. You got to get back to eliminating big plays. That's the one thing I'm seeing in this defense this year early, is that we aren't detailed in our work. Obviously, there's some new personnel out there, young guys still trying to get used to the system, and being able to trust one another. That lack of experience of playing with each other certainly shows up at times. If an offensive player catches the ball, that's fine. Bring him down when he catches the ball, right? So when we get better at doing those things, the small fundamental things, the rest of the defense will play itself out and the talent will be able to show. But right now, we're not tackling as well as we did a year ago.
And one thing after the 2 straight losses, Nick Sirianni said the confidence is not shaken with this group. Losing 2 straight after starting 4-0. I mean, it's the first time they've lost 2 in a row over the last year and a half. So what do you expect from this veteran leadership? You know, you've got your captains, you've got this winning DNA. What do you expect? Do you expect them to fix this?
I expect them to show, not talk about. I expect them to get out on the field, practice, get ready for it. On game day, you show exactly who you are. You show exactly what you are. You know, the leaders, it's not about what you say. It's really about what you do. And if you get out on the field and you do what you should do, then everyone's going to follow you. If you make sure that you are putting in the work, that you're, as I said, detailing your work, you get it done, the younger guys, they're going to follow.
You know, when we was little, the word would come up on Sesame Street. Detail is the word of the show today. I mean, you got to get back to doing the small things. Yeah. I mean, that's really what you do. The DNA of winning is already in this culture. They just won a championship. They know what it's like to overcome adversity. What you can't do is deviate from what got you here. That's right. And sometimes we can deviate at times when you stray away and you're having success. But then when things aren't going your way, you got to be able to go back to those fundamentals, that foundation of what helped you achieve and attain the success that they got to the greatest heights last year. Those fundamentals are still there. Those principles are still there. They're all throughout the NovaCare complex. But if you stop believing in those things, then you're going to have it's going to take you a longer time to sort of get back to your winning ways. And that's all this team needs to do, man. They haven't forgotten how to win. Yeah. It's there. You just got to block out all that noise and get back to doing what you know got you here.
Double down on what you know.
Yeah.
And get it
I like
done.
that. Double down on what
double
you know.
down on it. Because,
I gave a word salad, and you just said double down on what
He did it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
A lot quicker.
Yeah.
Listen, they understand success. They've tasted it.
Yeah.
They've been there.
Yeah.
Now, you know what got you there the first time. Let's double down. Yeah. We know how to do it. Let's just get it done.
Yeah, and Saquon Barkley told me he's reading a book that teaches you to fall in love with the process again. And that's what he says. I got a chance to catch up with Saquon this week about his foundation's first gala coming up on November 1st and how to turn around this Eagles offense. That conversation is coming up next on Eagles Gameday Kickoff.
Welcome back to Eagles Gameday Kickoff. I'm NBC 10 First Alert meteorologist Marvin Gomez with your live weather report. It's a beautiful day across our city, getting a little bit of filtered sunshine at the moment, and conditions for this afternoon will be fantastic. The mercury indicating 61 degrees right now with winds out of the south at about 6 miles per hour. More of that expected this afternoon. So if you are already getting that cookout ready, know that conditions will be perfect. By lunchtime, temperatures in the low 70s and mid 70s for this afternoon, with more of those winds arriving out of the south. Conditions in Minneapolis, it's going to be sunny here as well. Temperatures a little bit cooler, 53 during kickoff, and temperatures warming up to about 57 closer to the fourth quarter. Let's go, Birds. Let's do this, Eagles. That was your weather report for today. Let's get you back to more Eagles game.
Welcome back. Well, since arriving as an Eagle last offseason, Saquon Barkley has made a dramatic impact on the field. Now he's aiming to make a big impact away from it, and he spoke exclusively with our John Clark about his big plans earlier this week. With an Eagles Gameday Kickoff exclusive, here is John.
Saquon's hurdle is one of the most famous images in sports, and now he and his Michael Ann and Saquon Barkley Foundation are using the moment as inspiration for the gala called Hurdles for Hope. The date is Saturday, November 1st at the Art Museum. I had a chance to speak this week with Saquon and his mom, Tanya.
Wanted to honor my late grandmother, Michael Ann. And just have the whole mission and the whole idea of it being, how can we make a change and impact and give hope, especially to the youth.
Let's go!
Philadelphia youth will be well represented at the gala. Of course, it wasn't long ago Saquon was a high school kid in the Lehigh Valley. And it was at Whitehall High School that his mom, Tanya, realized what a special talent her son may become.
To be honest with you, I wasn't a football person, so I would go to all his Little League games and take him to practice when my husband couldn't take him. But it was really when he got into high school And that's when his father said, "You come see this kid. You really got to see what's going on." And yeah, then I was like, okay. And when he sat on that couch and said, "I'm going to the NFL and I'm going to buy you a house one day." At first I just looked at him and said, okay, yeah, sure. And once he was in Penn State, then it was like, okay, wow.
Saquon made that dream a reality, and he is relentless in making his goal a reality as well. And that is being considered among the very best backs in football history.
You really can't chase that. It's, whoever is going to be the best running back of all time, there's no way to actually quantify who is the best. It's all just opinions. So for me, I've kind of shifted from that and just being competitive within myself.
And that is a mindset that he says serves him well as the Eagles try to snap this 2-game slide.
That's a mindset that I'm continuing to have right now. Obviously, the season's not going away, or the last 2 weeks it hasn't gone the way any of us would like, but you just got to always have that mindset of just continue sticking to the process and how great and competitive you could be within the process. And when I do that, and God willing, I stay healthy, the rest is going to take care of itself.
Since coming to Philly, Saquon has shown fans through our Eagles entertainment cameras just how important family is to him. And in his just-released Saquon documentary on Prime Video, his daughter Jada correctly predicted coming to Philly.
Favorite football team besides the Giants?
Well, if I tell you this one, and then maybe if I tell you that one, should we play on that team?
Okay.
I think you should be on the Eagles.
Yeah.
They're going to be on the Eagles, I think.
That would be pretty cool.
Saquon's love of his kids extends to children across our region, and it is kids who will benefit the most from the Hurdles for Hope Gala.
It's super important and super impactful to me. That's what you do it for. At the end of the day, people might remember, what I was able to do on the football field, scoring touchdowns, big runs, but it's the impact that you have on people that goes a long way.
Hey, you can listen to the entire podcast with Saquon by downloading the Take Off with John Clark podcast wherever you get your favorite pods. For Eagles Gameday Kickoff, I'm John Clark, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
That's not a quickness issue, though. That's a coordination issue, which is even more embarrassing.
Jason Kelce heads back to the NovaCare complex to see if he can still do the workout that he used to do as an NFL player. An Eagles entertainment exclusive. Next.
Hi, I'm Jason Kelce, former NFL player here with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm here at the Eagles training facility to see if I can still complete an NFL workout. Not gonna lie, it's been a while.
So your max speed was.
Let's go! I missed this.
The NovaCare complex was the site as Jason Kelce returned in an effort to see if he could handle the workout of an NFL player, which of course he was for more than a decade with the Birds. So recently, with the team's player performance director, Fernando Noriega, Kelce tested himself, and we start with this test of Jason's speed.
Inside the Eagles, presented by First Trust Bank, the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles.
My fastest time mile per hour ever hit in practice or a game was
19.2 miles per hour.
19.2.
I know he's lost a couple pounds. I don't think he beats us all best.
Running is just a controlled fall. So the harder I fall, the faster I'll go.
Hey, did you feel faster?
I did not feel faster.
So your max speed was 19.64.
Are you kidding me? Let's go! Now I want to run another one. See if I can get 20.
I can't believe
I gotta hit 20 now, Nando.
Dude.
Gotta hit 20 now, Nando.
I'm like blown away by this. This is crazy. Some of the guys that are playing now probably can't hit that. Like, that's crazy. 19.72. That was faster.
I'll take it. We're not gonna get 20. It's all right, I'll double it.
20's a reach, but you were faster, all-time fastest speed right now. All right, so we got a set of 3 at 200. The power that we're looking for is more than 2,600. Fast down, fast up, being explosive.
Whoa. Well, 2,200, a little short.
That's fair, that's right. So second set.
Is what?
300. Score to be is 36-12.
Oh my gosh. 3?
Yep, 3 reps. Shoot, if you beat it on 1, you can stop.
Couldn't get it. Quite a bit short. So there's always ways to kind of jack the numbers up. One of the ways to put a good old weightlifting belt on. So if we're actually going to try and do this, this will help. What's the power I'm looking for?
42,
okay,
51.
Not happening. Okay, doesn't matter if I got the weight belt on. Yeah, first one, best one.
37.
Oh! Five?
Yep.
And this is just a warm up?
Just a warm up, yep.
You got Siri counting. I didn't know we had a woman counting for me.
Whoa.
All right, should I belt here or should I belt at 375?
I think you should start belting.
Just get it going?
Yeah.
In season, a number that I would routinely try and hit once every month or once every 2 months. I would try and hit 500 pounds. For me, and this is where like the psychological thing is, like just knowing that I could do that, I felt strong. Whether it was actually doing anything for me, it was just something that
It definitely
felt nice.
was, but yeah.
I don't want to set myself up for failure. I'm pretty tired after running like that. Yeah, 500. Let's see where this one's at. Oh! You see me farting halfway through this? Yeah, you got that?
3 reps.
I don't think it's gonna happen today, guys. I can just feel it. That was way harder than it should be. We're gonna do 2 here. Down to doubles. We hit this one, feel good. We're at least doing 455, likely, unless this feels like absolute garbage.
Let's go, you got it.
2 good reps.
Yeah, two good reps. Just brace one at a time. Good control. Here we go, come on, you got it. He's moving pretty well.
I can tell you 500 is not happening. Not happening, but that did feel good.
So what if you say, hey, I'm gonna do 550 so that the set before that feels easy?
Myself? Oh, I guess I'll do 500 now that I'm not doing 550. If I get one good one, I might just rack it.
Okay, cool. Like,
whereas if I struggle with it, I might do another one knowing I'm not going to 5.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna get 5.
Big breath right before, right?
Yep.
Make sure you brace it.
Big breath. This is where the grunting begins. I know it was 1. I almost blew my back out on that one. I gotta be way more under control, Mando.
Yeah, you came up pretty good too, though.
No, I came up good. I just came up like a.
The question that I have for you right here is, this is technically 495.
I will put the half on. I got you. No, it's good. I never use this plate. I think it's the most useless. Like if you're gonna do it, actually, we're doing 505. We're doing 505. Because why not? I just hate that 2.5 pounds. Like if you're gonna just do it, just do 5 pounds.
I disagree, but
everybody who lifts weights for a living is like, this guy's a idiot for this theory, but I don't care. One rep. 5:05. Oh, God. Come on. Okay, come on, ankles, hold up.
You got it. It's there. Let's go. You got it. It's there. Got it. Come on.
It was a good try. It was a good try. I suck. I'm a little tired. It's all good.
All right, let's keep rolling. Don't forget to breathe. Most of this is working the back as you're pulling down. Emphasize driving your elbows down, squeezing your back. Feet are on the ground, glutes are engaged, elbows are coming out wide. Perfect. Just keep that right there.
Yep. I'm so tired. I'm fading quick. Fading quick.
30 seconds. On you ready? How's it done feeling?
Not good.
I'm trying to distract you. Maybe I should talk about something else.
Years of punching people and grabbing them have made my thumbs very weak.
You got 10 seconds left.
It's not gonna happen. This right one could go forever though. I wonder why.
And relax.
Fernando, you've seen this Jason Kelce and NFL Jason Kelce. How would that performance do compared to like current NFL players?
Let's just stay with. Let's just stay with
Jason Kelce versus Jason Kelce.
Jason Kelce versus Jason.
All right, that's Nando, everybody.
Appreciate you.
All right, there you have it. I completed an NFL workout. Highs, lows. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Beat up. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the mumbo jumbo. Tune in next time.
See him real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Those are the custom cleats Devonta Smith had made and wore at his annual celebrity softball game. Devonta and the good folks at Next Level Customs giving us a sneak peek at his fancy footwear. And another packed house filled with Eagles fans greeted Devonta at this year's game at Coca-Cola Park in Allentown. The day featured three standout stars, the man of the hour, Devonta himself, along with Cooper DeJean and Saquon Barkley. For a look inside a very fun day, here's NBC 10's Lili Zhang.
I feel like, this is something that people around here really enjoy.
Devonta Smith, Lord Daniel, yes sir!
I feel like we was gonna get to this point, and I hope to continue to do it and keep growing.
Fans still celebrating a Super Bowl win ensured that the 4th annual Devonta Smith Celebrity Softball Classic would be as big as ever.
Got a passion for, what we do, everybody here, in the community. And, just coming out here, man, to support Smitty.
Anything one of my guys got doing, definitely Smitty is, of course, that's one of my good friends of mine, one of my best friends for sure on the team. I'm here to support always.
Fittingly, Devonta hit a game-winning walk-off homer to end the day. But from the start, it was clear two men had the attention of fans. First was Saquon Barkley.
Always amazing. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th year here, being here in a row. And every time it's been amazing. But Philly fans, Lehigh Valley fans, everyone from the area always show up to show so much love and support. So appreciate y'all.
Saquon's success last season surprised no one in his hometown.
I always felt like he was a great player. I'm not a Giants fan by far. Dislike the Giants highly, but he's always been a great player.
We're in his hometown. I live right down the road from where he went to high school, so I feel like this is an amazing way to really express where he's from.
I seen him at Penn State, and he was the man then, so I knew he had it in him.
Watching him at Penn State and Whitehall, being the Catasauqua native and stuff, you knew he was coming into Philadelphia and he was going to tear it up.
He played against Easton a few times, and
high school career, and just watching him was amazing. You knew he was going to be a star.
Actually, the star on this day was probably Cooper DeJean. Cooper took home the HR Derby title. In the game, he also made a leaping catch at the fence, then hit multiple homers in the game to help his team to the win.
There's no place like Philadelphia. These fans are amazing. They support us through the ups and the downs. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet him.
Amazing. He's the best. He's the best player. That pick six won us the game. He's the best.
A day for Cooper to soak in with his growing fan base. Devonta had jokes as to why that might be.
I don't want to see it, but I want to see it. You know, he's a white guy playing DB, so you know it doesn't happen often. So you know when it does happen, you know everybody loves it.
And everyone loved having a chance to be a part of another memorable celebrity softball classic. For Eagles Game Day Kickoff, Lily Zhang, NBC 10.
The Vikings are digging in on defense. They're allowing less than 20 points a game. That's 5th best in the NFL. And in their last 3, that number has dropped to 17 a game. When the team gets into the red zone, that defense gets especially stingy. For more on the Vikings defense and what the Eagles need to be prepared for today, we send you back to our Eagles game plan crew at the NovaCare Complex.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the second half of Eagles Game Plan presented by Toyota. And the Eagles, just a reminder, under Nick Sirianni, they're tied for the best road winning percentage since he took over as head coach. That is in the NFL. Now, if you are Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo, you're going against another really tough defense, a guy that likes to bring it. You could see a lot of crazy blitzes from Brian Flores. What are the challenges, and what's your plan of attack today against Brian Flores?
So
you're looking to Ike. Okay, Ike, Mr. Defense. How do you?
No, the offense is attacking.
No, but how do you combat what this defense is going to bring?
When you look at that defense, you know that they do a lot of things. They like to bring pressure. Brian Flores is one of the smarter guys in this league in terms of figuring out what you do and then switching on the fly and attacking you. So you really have to understand where they're coming from, pick up the pressures. That's going to be a big key.
I think the biggest thing will be adjustments. Once you come out and initially see what Brian Flores is trying to do to you defensively, how quickly can you adjust to that and have answers to that? You know, that's what this game is about, adjustments. You're going to get different looks that you're unaccustomed to. It's how quickly can you adjust to them.
Yeah, that is a great point. Now, this Vikings defense, I mean, they're one of the best against the pass. They're good situationally in the red zone and third down. So I'm looking at the Vikings record. They're 3-2. They've beaten the Bears, Bengals, and Browns. They lost to the Falcons and Steelers. Their quarterback situation is in flux. So just how good is this team?
Well, it's a good football team. I mean, this is a team that won 13 games last year, albeit with Sam Darnold at the quarterback position, but it lets you know how good of a coach Kevin O'Connell is. He also had taken the team to the playoffs under Kirk Cousins a couple years ago. So the talent is there, the coaching is there, that part is there. You know, you look at this team and you say, it's a good football team, especially playing at home. Playing at home in that dome, you know, they're going to be dangerous.
We all know what happened in that dome 7 years ago.
Yeah. Sure.
A very special moment in Philadelphia sports history. Most of the crowd that day was Eagles fans, but now it's probably going to be mostly Vikings fans. So you talked about it. What are the challenges and how do you prepare for the noise, especially communicating on offense?
No, you get the noise out of the game when you pack your defense. You get the noise out of the game when you run the football. Yeah. You know that the dome is going to be loud. You know that you're not going to be able to communicate well if they start to have success there. But if you run the ball, and you start to take the noise out of it, then you've got a fair fight.
Yeah, this is where your defense has somewhat of an advantage, unlike the offense. Because the offense, the Eagles' offense is going to hear the noise. Their crowd is going to be loud. But on defense, it should be to your advantage, right? You're able to communicate. Shouldn't be any mix-ups. You got a pretty good player over there at number 18. Know where he's at all times. Reminds me a little bit of you, man.
Man, I wasn't even close to that good.
Well, I was just saying, you know, you're my favorite quick. You know what I mean?
Oh, what a moment.
There you go. Nice. There you go. So as a defense, you want to know where those explosive players are at, not giving up the big plays so that this crowd doesn't have anything to fuel them from an energy standpoint.
And you know, Justin Jefferson, they're going to go deep.
Yeah.
You know that with Addison back now, they're going to look for the big plays down the field. Regardless of how you play on the back end, they will take their shots. They're going to look for chunk plays.
Yeah, and of course, the Eagles did face Carson Wentz in Washington, and they were not able to protect him. What is your game plan against Carson Wentz?
I think for Carson Wentz, you got to smother that first target. When he's throwing the ball, if you take away the number one target, we've seen Carson Wentz a lot. We understand Carson Wentz. The feet will start to move fast. He'll start to get out of rhythm if you take away the first read, and he still has that head duck thing. So Carson Wentz is a guy that we know, and you know how to attack Carson Wentz.
And he is slinging it over the last couple of weeks.
But know this, he is talented. He can get the ball down the field. And if he gets hot, Carson Wentz can be a problem.
That is a good call, and that's going to lead us to pick, to click, to win. It's been rough the last couple of weeks.
My guy didn't even play last week.
I know. So, all right, so who you going with this week? On the road in Minnesota.
On the road in Minnesota. Who can I go with this
Has he
week?
thought about this?
I thought
That's
all right. I got
game
you.
plan?
I got you. Think about it for a second.
We'll give you a second.
So this, it's going to be a defensive call. So I think this is going to be a big game for the Eagles linebackers. And I don't know if I want to go Zach Bond or if I want to go Nakobe Dean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wild card.
So it's
okay. Not Jahad Campbell?
Nakobe Dean.
Nakobe Dean. Wow, he's putting that out there. All right.
You must know something we don't.
Wow.
No, I was trying to figure out what
Nothing else has worked, really.
Yeah,
linebacker.
I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do offensively. I've picked this player once before, and he's come through for me, so I'm going with him again. Slim Reaper. On the road, wide receiver. Listen, a lot of attention on the other side. Devonta Smith gets it done on the backside. And he may be going up against Isaiah Rodgers, so he has a little bit, a little familiarity with each other.
That's right. That'll be a good matchup. They're familiar with each other from practices and training camp. It's going to be a good game. Thanks, guys. Hopefully, the Eagles get back on the winning track. We've got a lot more here to come on Eagles Game Day Kickoff.
Isaiah Rodgers by giving you a key to the city. All right. Thank you.
That was back in March as former Eagle defensive back Isaiah Rodgers received the key to his city of Tampa after helping the Eagles win a Super Bowl last year. Now he's playing for the Vikings and playing out of this world, according to his defensive coordinator, Brian Flores. The Eagles are ready for the reunion today with their former teammate.
As we watch tape on him, I see, he's doing some really good things. We'll have to be aware where he is on the football field, on special teams and also on defense because he has a knack for the football.
Our work is cut out. We're excited. Going against Isaiah, which is my friend, so it should be very fun.
AJ versus his old teammate will be a storyline worth watching. With more, here's Ross Tucker and this morning's Tucker's Take.
At some point, the Eagles need to get Saquon Barkley and the running game going, whether that's changing things up schematically a little bit or getting Jalen Hurts' legs involved, which would help tremendously. And that wouldn't surprise me if that's their solution for this game. Usually when times get tough, they will go with Jalen Hurts' legs, realizing the advantage that is to get the extra blocker in the formation to make sure that the defense has to more properly account for him. I think now is as good a time as any to get this run game going. I'm still kind of shaking my head at the way the Giants took it to the Eagles physically in that game last Thursday night. That cannot happen again, and I don't think it will. I know they're young on defense, but they're too prideful to allow that to happen again on that side of the ball. I expect the Eagles to come out with some serious physicality in this game and fight back after the Giants really took the fight to them in that last one. Well, in the last game, I thought the Eagles would bounce back from that loss to the Broncos and beat the Giants, and that clearly didn't happen. That said, I'm not going to sit here and pick the Eagles to lose to an inferior quarterback. I can't do that. The Eagles have better players. The Eagles have a better quarterback. It might not be pretty, and I might be wrong, but I'm picking the Eagles to win the game 20-19.
Can you control the situation emotionally, physically, spiritually?
That was Jihad Campbell on Tuesday, speaking at a leadership workshop at Lincoln Financial Field. Jihad and the Eagles partnered with the Positive Coaches Alliance to help area athletes with handling adversity on and off the field, as well as being better teammates and building self-esteem.
All of these young athletes aspire in some way, shape, or form to experience that type of success. So to have athletes that are currently playing for the Eagles come and support and speak to how their process was and their journey was really exciting for these young people.
Turn anyone away. You can have insurance, you may not have insurance, but again, we want to make sure that everyone receives the best care possible.
That was Tuesday, as Eagles quarterback Tanner McKee took a tour of the Southern Jersey Family Medical Center in Hamilton, New Jersey. The SJFMC is a recipient of the American Cancer Society's Change Grant, which provides cancer screenings to uninsured or underinsured patients and is funded by the NFL's Crucial Catch Initiative. Tanner is the Eagles' Crucial Catch ambassador, having overcome skin cancer at the age of 16. That's all the time we have for this edition of Eagles Gameday Kickoff. Should be a good one today in Minneapolis. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy your Eagles Sunday.